All right, we are back. It's the Circling Back podcast. My name is Dave. I'm going to host today. Will's not here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Will's gone. He left early this morning. He watched the John Belushi doc on the plane. He texted me earlier. Joining me in studio today, a good friend of the show, a guy that we like, our first employee here at the company, a guy who's just very versatile, a guy who might have been out late last night, late for me. It's Brett Merriman, the big game.
Yeah, I think probably a 9:45 departure from the restaurant we were at.
So not a prototypical late night, but for a feller like me who went home at like 7.
You did.
You were out like all night, basically.
Basically. You left your glasses at the table too, Dave. I was wondering if you were okay.
My new sponsor alert.
Yeah.
Shout out Shady Rays.
That's right.
I'm glad. Thank you for picking those up because I was upset when I couldn't find them this morning because I've lost a number of sunglasses in the last 5 years, and I thought I've had these for 2 weeks and was very much devastated. So thank you, Brett.
I got your back, Dave.
How do you feel right now?
Fine. We had a very good dinner last night. Shouts to boy Blaine and our boy Ryan took us out. We went to Mayday on South Congress.
Oh,
SoCro, yep. And we did a bunch of different dishes. It was kind of a family style situation. Nobody really ordered from themselves. It was kind of give the waiter his own creation, Dave. And we got after it. Very good mac and cheese. Very good crab legs.
Truffle in that mac and cheese. Are we still doing that?
I'm not sure. It was just very cheesy. A good assortment of cheeses in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your fave?
The pork chop. Really good.
You guys had to split the pork chop? I bet you wanted it all for yourself, huh?
No, they did a good job of slicing it up so you could kind of just take the pieces you need.
Okay.
Didn't try much of the I believe it was a ribeye. Looked pretty good though. Didn't have it.
Damn, you guys kind of went off.
Yeah, there was a degree of going off there. Yeah.
A little bit sad I went home.
Well, maybe next time you can stay out with us.
Maybe next time. Hey, speaking of next time, let's introduce our best friend, Dylan Shivery. Dylan's a mainstay here on the pod. He's always here. He's always ready to rock.
Yeah.
He's always looking strong, feeling strong, rocking a Too Much Dip hat. Hey, Dylan, man, welcome to the show.
I am a very normal, regular host of this show, and despite being introed after our guest, which is always fun for me.
People want to know who's replacing Dave, who's replacing
I don't
Will.
think anyone really knew. It doesn't matter. Anyway, maybe you can make up for it today as it is National Margarita Day. Make up for not going out last night with the boys. So for all who celebrate,
Yes.
happy National Margarita Day. Did you guys meet any movers and shakers last night?
I don't want to tell any tales out of school, but yeah, we kind of did.
Honestly, yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Who'd you rub elbows with?
So do you know who Mark Cuban is?
Yeah.
He wasn't there, but
Was
there
Alex
was a
Jones
guy
there?
there who might know Mark Cuban.
What about Alex Jones?
No,
Jonesy wasn't there.
he didn't
nope.
make it
McConaughey.
to the accounting firm happy hour.
I'm just going to list off some Austin people. You say yes or no. McConaughey.
Didn't see him.
There was
Could've
somebody
been.
there very similar to
Sandra
him.
Bullock.
I didn't see Sandra.
She might have been in the other room, but she wasn't on the patio. She wasn't on the patio.
Riggins.
He's in Montana.
Okay.
Taylor? Yeah, he's in
Are you
Montana.
talking about Kitch? I call him Kitch. TK.
Glenn Powell. That's the last one I'm saying.
No, that's it.
Okay.
No, we didn't see any of those people.
GP
This is more of a business community type deal.
Yeah, it was something like that. There was like maybe their financial representatives might have been there.
That's a great guess.
Henrik was there though.
It is a sport business.
Shout out Henrik.
Big shouts to Henrik.
Stinson?
Nope, not him. Different person.
Similarly Swedish though.
Yeah, similarly Swedish. It's our new pod. Check us out. Wherever podcasts are downloadable. Yeah, we missed you last night. We missed you and Will, but it's for the best. I think had y'all been there, or one of y'all might have escalated. I did have 2 margaritas. A lot of people don't know that Matt's El Rancho is available to be rented out for private parties on Tuesday when they're closed.
It was
I gotta say, first class.
Did not know that.
open bar.
Me neither. We've been going there how long? No clue.
Had no idea. They had trays of queso, tacos. They had what appeared to be flautas or taquitos,
Binders full of women,
some nachos.
nachos. Yeah, poncho style, Dylan.
What did Dave do when they brought the chips and salsa out?
Don't.
He mentioned and I quote, Dave, tell me if I'm wrong here. Damn, this salsa is spicy, end quote.
The thing about Matt's is you're always going to get spicy salsa, but they have another gear that sometimes you'll go and you'll get like a batch that's like borderline too spicy.
I watched Dave go to work on some chips the other day when we were at Matt's. His salsa to chip ratio is unlike maybe anyone I've ever seen.
Can you explain?
First of all, the salsa at Matt's, if you've never had it, it's hot. Like it's pretty hot. I wasn't doing I didn't mean to do a Brooks thing there.
You did. I was.
I know. It's really spicy. Dave will just like he'll covers the whole chip and it's like it's piled up. Like it's honestly it's way too much salsa.
Dave goes for the northern shovel method.
And he wonders why he's got like tum-tum issues. He's just shoveling this very spicy substance down his gullet.
You do the thing that I really hate, and it's just kind of you get the chip and you do a quick dip and you don't scoop and you just get it to where it coats the outside of the chip.
You just get it wet?
A vertical, and then you eat
Are you
it.
saying me?
No, Dylan.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You don't. It's
I thought you
it's
said-
like you're scared of the salsa.
I do that sometimes because I am scared of the salsa.
from
Famously,
the-
I chugged it once.
You're
like
from
Ju-
Saratoga Springs.
I like
get
just
it.
enough. I'm not trying to impress anybody when I'm out there. You know?
Yeah, that's where you and I differ.
So I have to
buddy.
get a little sauce. But if you just dip vertically and pull it out just to get it wet, that's a total waste of a chip.
Yeah, what are you even doing at that point? Like what?
It's true.
You're just an idiot.
Yeah.
I do like when the queso gets a little bit just not super hot, and you have a little bit more substance to it, more
Yeah.
structure, if you will, Dave.
Dave likes when it runs down your chin.
Yeah, it's primal.
Stuck in the beard kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotta say, speaking of margaritas, real quick, I need to shout out the TGI Fridays at the Atlanta Airport Terminal B. One of my top 3 margaritas I've had in the last year.
There's no way that's true.
I
There's simply-
promise, I
there's simply no
absolutely
way.
promise. Top 3 margarita of the last year.
The TGI Fridays in the Atlanta airport.
Terminal B.
Brett,
There's multiple TGI Fridays.
you're
You
losing
gotta be
you're losing street cred
It
right
was-
now. Margarita cred.
phenomenal.
Dude,
There's
this is
no
the
way.
Tostitos take of margaritas. That's what's happening here.
It was really good. It was really, really good.
There's no way they use actual lime juice.
Well,
It's a mix.
I don't know. I didn't watch them make it. I'm not going to accuse them of using limes or not using limes, but I just have to shout it out,
Okay, whoever is going through that airport,
which is famously
Terminal
the
B specifically.
the most trafficked airport on the planet.
so somebody listening might go through the airport. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Please go to this TGI Fridays,
Terminal B.
Terminal B. Are there more? Are there
Yes,
more than
there
one?
are multiple
Okay.
Fridays. So
Terminal B, and please order one. And I want like a review or at least a picture or something. I got to see what this thing looks like because this sounds totally bogus.
Just got to say, give it a try. And it's the base level one. It's the Friday mark, not the top shelf mark.
Okay.
Their base model.
No, the base level trim, Dave.
I don't know if we're doing that.
You think they have like fresh limes back there? They're squeezing, Dave.
No,
I mean,
it's
I don't
probably
think
no.
so.
It's probably
It's not
Jose
a
Cuervo
Popeyes.
mix.
It's like it's a Friday.
you probably got about 42 grams of sugar.
Fresh limes don't make their way into the airport. You know,
they gotta.
No,
I mean,
No.
if brisket makes its way in,
yeah. What do you think they do at Earl Campbell's?
they don't smoke brisket on site. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I thought they had just like an offset smoker that like the
Right.
the smokestack
Yeah. You ever
went
smell
all the way up through the
yeah.
top of the airport.
You ever smell a burning smoker when you're walking into the airport? Because you don't.
I love that smell right before I board.
if
I
you
love
do,
to smell it.
something's there's a problem.
Yeah,
Were you the guy that had the picture of himself with the barbecue on the plane, Dave?
the ribs.
Yeah,
No,
that wasn't you.
not me. Couldn't be me. We did talk about it Monday though.
Okay, haven't listened to that episode.
That's okay. You're busy. You're busy doing memes.
I
Hey,
can't- I can't. I'm not. I'm going to be thinking about what he said about that margarita all episode long.
I'm trying to not let it bother me and ruin my show. Got big shoes to fill sitting in
My
the,
show's
in
been
the-
derailed.
in the host
Yeah.
chair over here with the board. But yeah.
I don't know if we could do derail jokes.
Hey, our Patreon schedule. How about that? Yesterday we dropped a banger, I would say.
It was gas.
Exactly 5 minutes. What's that exactly? I'll tell you what it is. Or no, Dylan, you tell them what it is.
It is a show, an ad-free show, I might add,
Behind a paywall.
where we have a long list of topics that are submitted by you guys, and we draw we draw a little ball out of a little bingo thingy.
We don't know what it's called. We could look it up, but we just
These
don't.
balls have numbers on them. The number, we look it up. Say you get number 24. Shout out Kobe Bryant. You go to number 24 on the list, and that topic on that list is number 24. You talk about it for exactly 5 minutes. We keep running that back for about an hour and 10 minutes. And it's a lot of fun. We go exactly 5 minutes, not a second shorter or a second longer.
We dropped our ideal childhood Saturday morning lineup of cartoons and shows.
That's a good, yeah.
Do you want, Brad, I'm putting you on the spot here if you want to throw one together right now.
Sure. It would have gone, Doug would have been part of that list.
That made our list.
Some Rocket Power as well. Potentially some Jimmy Neutron in that mix. And then there's a switch to Sports Center at some point.
This guy likes sports, guys. Check him out.
Well, back in the day when you just run back those Sports Center episodes, and they were all the same hour back to back to back because you didn't have highlights, you didn't have Twitter, Dave.
You're a big Olbermann guy, right? That was your yeah.
No, I called him a dinosaur on Twitter one time.
Did he block you?
Nope, didn't block me.
That's surprising. He had me blocked for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Interesting. I do have to ask.
Because you're a cuck. That's
I heard was there some sort of, as somebody who hasn't, maybe this will be a little preview for the Patreon. Was there a wardrobe question where I was mentioned either favorably?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or
I don't know what you're talking
about.
about.
Okay, I thought I heard through the glass.
That's not.
I don't want to.
That's not something we would do.
I normally don't speak about the paywall in depth outside of the paywall, but I will say that someone did ask if we could swap wardrobes with any member, and sizes included. Like we couldn't match them up to our size.
Okay.
Who would you choose?
I had to choose you by default, is what I said.
Because we are the same.
We're the same size, relatively speaking. We think we wear the same size clothing overall.
I'll take that as a Dylan likes my dress.
No, by default means I couldn't choose anyone else.
I feel like I dress fine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're doing great.
Yeah, I do for sure.
I like that shirt you're wearing.
Thank you.
Do for sure.
Shouts
though.
to
hey, but like for sure.
Diamond Creek Ranch.
Hey, we also watch Love Island around here, around these parts. We do a Love Island show that drops Friday. It's called the Love Island Boys.
The Love Island Boys.
I promise that's not a big part of it. That is something that happens from time to time, but it's not the entire thing.
We have good chat on the topic.
Last night, so Dylan and I are recording tomorrow, so we won't get Friday's episode in, but so much has gone down in the last few days that it's going to be a banger. Last night was insane.
It will include
super horny.
We'll include Wednesdays and Thursdays episode.
Correct.
On the Hulu schedule, mind you.
That's on the optimized backer tier of Patreon.
Also, there's
check it out.
Quite literally no better time to take advantage of our 14-day free trial on Patreon. We're doing more content than we've ever done, honestly, and it's gas.
It's gas. I feel like at the end of the week, I'm spent from a content perspective. I've got nothing. I go home to my family and they want me to be funny and do biz. I can't. I got nothing. I left it all out during the week. Sorry, family. You're just going to have to deal with boring dad.
Right.
I might pick up this show for the sole purpose that it has hijacked our group text with intern Klein.
It has. I feel
now
for you because I was that guy. I was out with you until this year, until I started watching it. And I'm happy I did.
Dave likes it.
I really like it. You know what I don't like?
Hit us.
An incredibly intelligent, highly elusive super pig that's threatening humanity.
Okay.
You don't?
We're going to tick a lot of boxes in this episode. There's going to be a lot of things you're going to be like, oh, that's kind of a staple of the show. So we're just going to kick off with super pigs.
Wild pigs. Kind of a thing we talk about around here.
Wild pig.
Northern states on alert for invasion of crossbred pig that threatens flora and fauna and is difficult to stop. You want to explain what flora and fauna is?
I don't feel like mansplaining it to the people who are listening. I obviously know. Brett, why don't you go ahead and take that for us?
Well, flora is the local vegetation of an area, and fauna is the local wildlife,
obviously.
As animals.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's what that means.
You explain that in a non-condescending manner, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah. We didn't want y'all to go look it up because you might not have known, but we all knew.
The emergence of the so-called super pig, a result of crossbreeding domestic pigs with wild boars, only adds to the problem the U.S. faces from the swine invasion. We're talking disease. We're talking destruction of environments. We're talking, like we just said, flora and fauna, right?
Yeah. Now, hear me out. As a company that does possess somebody who has inoculated themselves with a previous case of swine flu. Should we send Will to the front lines here
Will famously had swine flu.
to
That's
battle
true.
this
Did he get the swine jab?
invasive species?
Is there a jab for the swine flu?
I
Hey,
think you have to take one of their tusks.
this super pig, which is giant in size and incredibly intelligent and highly elusive, is capable of surviving cold climates by tunneling under snow.
Okay, kind of badass.
Wow.
You ever tunneled under snow?
I can't say that I have.
Never made a snow fort. That's sad.
Have
For
you?
Dylan.
You
I
just-
have plenty. Yeah,
You do something else with snow, don't you?
Ski?
I have dabbled in the skiing arts. Yes,
I'm
correct.
talking more like that.
Oh,
Dylan's not standing for any of those jokes today. He's
I'm
getting
out
out
in
in front. It's a
front of him.
preemptive
Yes.
assault.
mhm.
He
Dave-
saw where it was going.
Last time Dave skied was almost landed on by a man backflipping.
Yeah. Okay. Again, you guys shouldn't have brought me to the terrain park when I'd been skiing all of an hour and a half, but
Right.
that's fine.
The government estimates the country's approximately 6 million wild or feral pigs cause $1.5 billion of damage every year.
You guys ever shot pigs? Hunted pigs?
I've told you about the time I shot a pig. Remember?
I don't. Is this like a sad story that you don't want to tell?
Sort of. I've told it before.
Oh,
So my first time hog hunting, I shot a hog from about 50 to 60 yards away. But I didn't shoot it where you're supposed to shoot it, which is in the head.
Gut shot.
I shot him kind of through the backside, kind of in the ass area. And it didn't kill him immediately, obviously, but it did take him down. And he just started squealing very loudly
yeah.
and just like spinning in the dirt. And I felt really bad about what I had done. I wanted to take him out, and I had to go up there with I had a 40 caliber on me, hand pistol, and I had to just put one in his head that way. It was unpleasant. I didn't love it.
You learned a lot about yourself, though.
And I don't like killing big animals, man. It's not my bag.
I got to say, I'd have no problem killing a super pig.
Well, they're super pigs.
The problem is pigs are
Super
very
pigs.
smart, and the super pig is extremely intelligent.
Super piggy.
So you kind of feel bad because domestic pigs are very, very, very intelligent. But anybody you know that has a problem with pigs just will tell you that they are the worst. They will just fuck shit up.
Yeah, imagine 30 to 50 of them just prancing through your backyard, David.
I can't. I have my backyard's a very average size. So if I look back then, there's 30 to 50, something's gone really wrong.
I've seen hogs on our ranch property exactly one time. They're there all the time because we see where they go under the fence. There's a little trail. They're always there. We catch them on the game cams. But I've actually seen with my own eyes once, and there were about 30 to 50 of them.
How big was your hog, the one that you shot?
It's been a while. Pretty medium-sized hog, I would say. Not massive, but definitely a mature hog.
Like not a hog size you want to be embarrassed about.
No, it was a good-sized hog.
Okay.
I was trying to show everybody my hog.
Brett, Jesus, dude. Brett, what's your experience with hogs?
You know,
Being from
I've
Saratoga Springs.
there's not any that I know of anyway. Any wild boar or hog population in Saratoga Springs, New York. There is an abundance of white-tailed deer though, and they're very dangerous. Mostly because people run into them with their cars a lot, so they cause problems there. And they're overpopulated in the area, Dave. Mostly because the region has been eradicated of natural predators like
So-
wolves and cougars,
It's true.
unless you go on Caroline Street because of the people.
Caroline Street, huh?
That's our bar district. Yeah,
Oh.
one of a
One
couple
day.
of-
One day we'll make it up there. One day.
when we do the Springs versus Springs, Harbor versus Saratoga.
The fact that we've never been to either of those places, mainly Harbor, because Will's from Harbor. We've known Will longer than we've known you.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of upsets me. We've got to get up there at some point.
They caught one of these fuckers. It was 661 pounds.
That's too big. How so? Like eradicating that. Like if there's a reason for assault weapons, it's super hogs. At least in this country.
Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do if you run into like 30 or 50 of these things? And like, what if even if just one of them's north of 600 pounds, that's not a good deal.
No.
You're not going to do well with that.
Why are people attempting to crossbreed them in the first place? Why would you crossbreed?
I don't think it's
domestic pig
intentional.
and wild boar.
I don't think it's intentional.
You're saying a boar got into the nest.
Hey, that is exactly what I'm saying. We do a hog story like probably once every 3 months, and every time we like throw around the idea of us doing the helicopter hunt from a helicopter shooting pigs, and we never do it. And I don't know if I want to do it. There might have been a time in my life where I would have been in. It's not really. I don't think I'm there right now. I'm very wary of helicopters in general, and I just don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I need to exterminate pigs via the air.
Your boy plans on never getting in a helicopter as long as he lives. I don't want to.
Really?
Yeah.
You're out on choppers.
I don't trust.
Altogether.
I don't trust helicopters, man.
What about electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, eVTOLs?
Those don't exist.
Oh, Dave.
Every time we talk about something somewhat in the aviation space, Brett says something that will get people upset.
They don't exist.
So I'm gonna kind of
They're
allow Brett
coming.
to do this.
They're coming, Dylan.
You want to explain to the folks at home what you're talking about?
Is it-
Electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles?
Via propeller?
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, there's plenty of companies vying for the initial market share, one of which I've invested in.
It's a
Okay.
You're
Wait, is
talking
this your
about
Serge Ibaka NFT?
No,
You're talking
this
about
is similar, though.
a drone for
Yeah,
for people.
a drone that people can fit on, more or less.
Okay.
There's a company in Austin that's actually headquartered right by the bridge, 360 Bridge. That I'm invested
Is this what you
in.
do with your spare time?
It's mostly like when it's 8
What are your
o'clock. Randy says like I don't watch TV and entertainment. I don't is because I'm watching YouTube videos or googling things.
What's
like
your
this.
portfolio look like?
Well, I have a Serge Ibaka NFT.
That is true.
We know about that.
I have also not as talked about I believe it's like Devin Booker Pass NFT.
I'm sure you got some Delta shares still.
Yep, I have some Delta shares. Shouts to them.
Is there a big market for a pass?
No, I think my NFT that I bought for like $49 is now, if it's worth 49 cents, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, that market really tanked. Didn't
Yep.
it?
Yep,
You're
especially
crushing
like
it in the NFT space.
Yeah, the NFT space has not gone well, but and then I own some of this this electric vehicle company.
Okay.
Yeah, some shares of that, along with a couple different stocks and whatnot.
Brett's just like quietly putting together just a stellar portfolio that would be rivaled
I
by.
own 4.5 acres in West Texas. I forgot about that. I still have that.
What?
Yeah.
Then you might actually have to eradicate some hogs.
Yeah, I've never seen the property except on pictures on Zillow.
Is this true?
Yeah,
You're not lying.
No, I swear to God. Yeah.
When did this happen?
Like 2020,
What part of West Texas?
between Pecos, a little outside of Pecos, near Pecos, near Monahans.
Do you have the mineral rights?
No, I have the air rights though.
Okay.
Solar
Sure.
farm. Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, that's the idea anyway.
You got to get those mineral rights if you're going out west.
Well,
Texas
there's
way.
not a the whole reason it was so cheap is because it's pretty depleted, I guess, from an oil standpoint.
It's been overfracked.
Let's go out
It's been
there.
over
Let's go out
harvested,
there
yeah.
and go ranching, man.
Well, it's really not close to a road or an airport.
I remember this. Like you're not making this
No,
up.
I am very much not making this up.
Okay.
What are you going to do with it?
I want to put a solar panel farm on it.
What does a 4-acre solar panel farm do? Like what can that power?
Give or take a megawatt, 4 to 5 acres gets you about a megawatt in that part of the country.
Okay.
And that gets you, it costs a little bit to build, but we'll
Right.
see.
You become more and more interesting every time we have you on.
Thank you, Dave.
What led you down this path? I'm
Which-
so intrigued by
Which
this.
path?
Buying property in West Texas.
A Zillow search, and then the dirt cheapness of the land, and the idea that one day I'll put some solar panel farm stuff on it and sell the electricity back to the grid.
I feel like you got to go see your property.
Yeah, that's a quite the drive for a property that has literally nothing on it.
Yeah, you're probably looking at about 7 hours each way, right?
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, that is some of the shittiest land you could ever drive through.
Oh yeah.
But the sun hits it.
Or buy, but the sun hits it, and the sun hits it hard, Dave.
Okay.
The sun hits it, Dave. Solar.
Should we open a Wash Media brick and mortar on it? And it could be like, what's a What's the place with like a Gucci store in the middle of like nowhere that people visit?
Marfa.
Marfa,
yeah.
yeah. Is it a Gucci store? It's
It's
something
not
like that.
Gucci. It's Prada.
Prada.
That's right. That's right.
Should we do that? But it's wash media. So you could get like
So-
a shirt like this has a joke about queso on it.
Should
or
we
some
sell
shit.
legalized cocaine tanks?
We should. Honestly, one of the better things we've sold in our time.
But only at that place.
You have to go there. You have to
go
drive
there.
through hell to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be worth it.
It's literally hell on
Because
earth.
Randy's going to be working behind the counter. He'll be clocking in every day.
Shout out to all our roughnecks working out there in West Texas.
Major.
I stand with
Shots.
you.
Do you know the coordinates?
I do. I gotta look. I gotta go get the.
Did you do it? Did you do
Sheet.
it through your personally, or did you set up like an LLC and it's like you have a show company?
Personally, like I wrote a check. Yeah.
Okay.
This took a turn.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking for 4.5 acres near Pecos, I probably can't fund a
I'm not.
solar.
I'm pretty
farm
sure it's
for a while,
Pecos,
so-
man. It's always been.
Oh, that's
Pecos.
fine. That's
If you're gonna
Pecos.
have property there, you got to at
You
least.
gotta know the name.
Do you think you'll fit in when you go there and meet some of the locals?
I wouldn't say so.
Are you going to get some square-toed boots?
Is that what they wear out there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I might have to before I go see my property.
Knowing Brett's gonna show up out there wearing a golf polo, some nylon pants, and some like Adidas tennis shoes, which is fine.
like what I wore to the happy hour last night with
Yeah,
a number of accounting firm folks. I'm sorry for hijacking this episode to the
no,
listeners.
this is good. This is much more interesting than Super Pigs. You got anything else on it you want to tell us about?
No, there's really not a whole lot I can do.
Jeez.
I don't even know if it has like a water line to it, so I don't even know if we could put a store on it.
You got to get those mineral rights back. It's probably very expensive.
Honestly,
You gotta get 'em
I hate
back.
to shoot this dream down so fast, but we're probably not going to put a store out there.
Oh, that's Dave's dream. That's
Dave,
a
we're
long.
probably not going to
But
do
it's
that.
just like just as a bit. Like we're not going to have people working out there.
Are
It's
we going to
just
stock the shelves with actual merchandise?
for a photo shoot, but we're not going to leave it out there. We're going to bring it back. We just want people to know that like that's a thing that we're doing.
We could probably stage that in here if we really had to. Just saying.
And I guess we could go out and put like one of those little shed, like the portable sheds on it.
A
Yeah.
tough shed.
Yeah, a tough.
You're
shed,
suggesting
right.
a tough shed.
Right, we could put a tough shed on it. Maybe bring a dirt bike out there and then set up a storefront.
I just don't know if any of this is truly like that plausible, you know.
I'm going to further put
Okay.
this episode on a T for Brett, and I'm going to bring to the table this story. 2 Air Force vets have testified to Pentagon's UFO office about seeing mysterious objects turn off 10 nuclear warheads and blast test missiles out of the sky at U.S. bases.
Yeah, what do you got to say about that?
How do you turn off a nuclear warhead?
That's the thing.
That's
man.
the thing.
That's what's so confusing about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was it alien?
Well, I don't know. It could be.
Dave?
I just don't get, like, if you're going to see aliens in the 60s while they're testing nuclear warheads, why aren't they chilling, I don't know, right now, seeing more of them?
I was going to say the best way to turn something off is just to show up wearing Brett's wardrobe.
I mean, that's tough.
Randy really
Randy
liked
got a
that
kick-
one.
Randy got a kick out of
Randy
that
almost
one,
fell
yeah.
out of his chair on that one.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
That wasn't fair. I'm
I
sorry.
think
I
you
don't
dressed
know.
fine.
No,
I
you
think
do
so,
dress
too.
fine.
I like that.
think
I do
you
like
dre-
that T-shirt.
Thanks,
honestly,
dog.
yeah.
You legitimately dress better than me. I'm just busting your chops.
Yesterday was tough. Yesterday I was not expecting to go to happy.
Yeah, you had a look when I reminded you that we were going to that, and you're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I need to go home and change," and you didn't.
Well, I didn't. I would have had to go home and then come back to Matt's El Rancho and just.
I looked like a fucking blueberry. I was wearing blue on blue with a blue hat.
You did do that.
No one's doing that.
Yeah, you don't see that.
I definitely that people were talking about me there, and not all of it positive.
What were they saying?
There's like, who's that guy? Like he looks like somebody. Like he looks like he might know Mark Cuban, and I don't. Never met him.
Did you tell them that you're a podcaster?
I told Henrik that. I said Dave's a lawyer and podcaster.
You don't meet many of those.
No.
There strangely are a lot, actually. I guess Clay
Lawyer
Clay
podcasters?
Travis.
Oh,
He
God.
used to podcast.
That's your favorite podcaster.
It's not.
Really? He's a lawyer turned
Yeah.
podcaster?
Yes.
Interesting.
He's also a total narp,
What's that? I'm new here. I don't know what that means.
non-athletic, regular person.
Okay.
You see him at that golf tournament?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
His posture is
It
ass.
was not good.
Just looked like a bag of milk.
Looked like first day of standing school.
Yeah.
Still probably the funniest thing you've done in the last 10 years.
I don't know about that. I think I've done some stuff.
First day of standing school is funny.
Yeah.
Why
Like
can't Harbaugh stand?
you're there? You're like, okay, I'm here to learn how to stand, but you don't know how to do it quite yet.
Former officer Robert Salas told of his encounter with an orange flying disc that turned off 10 warheads at Malmstrom Air Force Base, probably Malmstrom, in Montana. This is in 1967. So this didn't happen recently. But we've talked about it before. We do a conspiracy-ish podcast behind the paywall called Touching Based. And alien, this comes up from time to time. And we knew about this. We knew after World War II that this was a thing that happened. I don't know if we've had on the record testimony from people who were eyewitnesses. This is the first I've heard about it using lasers to shoot down a test ballistic,
laser
intercontinental
beams?
ballistic missile. Yes, laser beams, Dylan. You familiar? Protons and shit, proton packs, electrons probably as well. All the trons, Tron Carter.
You're doing too much with the word Tron.
Well, why don't you help me out?
God.
I'm sitting here. I'm getting double teamed. I'm trying to pass it to
Well,
you.
I thought about doing an Austin Powers play there, but I decided to back off of it. But you just kept dribbling the rock. I didn't know what to do.
You decided to back off it because it's 2023.
I was open for 1 sec, and then you started dribbling around.
It
And
wasn't
I
going to be a good
covered
shot.
Up. I got covered up, so you didn't give me the rock back.
Brett, as an expert in the aviation field,
Right.
thoughts?
No denying it. I have, no offense to our senior citizens out there.
Wow,
I feel like
we have a lot listening.
Stories are sort of embellished over time. The fish gets bigger by the year, Dave, and Dylan's high school baseball stats get a little better by the year.
Facts.
And sometimes a light that you saw over in the sky becomes a UFO by your mid 80s. So I'm not going to say I don't believe it because I think we are in the midst of being, I don't know, maybe visited by some unidentified aerial phenomenon. But I'm not going to say it's UFOs. I'm going to middleman this one.
Well, UFOs just mean that they're unidentified.
Sure.
Flying objects.
You know, and aren't they? They're calling them something different now. UAPs.
Yes.
I hadn't heard this.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
UAP is kind of like the cool guy way to talk about it.
Unidentified aerial
phenomenon.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
I landed that on my own.
That was pretty good.
Didn't need you.
I do think the technology for shooting down ICBMs with lasers is very much, if
Freaking
not
laser
here,
beams.
very close.
It's here, but this happened in 1967.
which feels early for that technology.
Yeah, I don't know if the tech was there.
Right.
Right?
Is there any chance this was just the Soviets and probably kind of a hot spot in the decades-long Cold War?
Maybe. This is post Kennedy.
Did y'all see
Post-Cuban
that
missile?
that weird sphere that washed up on the beach in Japan?
Yeah,
did.
it was a buoy.
That's good. Yeah,
It didn't look
What's
that
the
weird
big
to
deal?
me. It looked like something that you would find in the
it
ocean.
looked like a buoy,
Like not something that's out there
but like
all
a big
the time.
one, like a freight ship.
Is that how
buoy.
big it was?
It was. I'm guessing like 8 feet in diameter, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. Maybe smaller.
Yeah, I think now we're kind of at the point to where anything that could remotely be categorized as a UFO or, that's going to become a headline on the Daily Mail.
The world is horny for an alien conspiracy.
Speaking of
We
horny for
want it-
aliens.
We want it so bad that we just like we're just anything is. What?
Turn up producer Randy's mic. Randy had a theory on why we're being visited and by whom. Randy, why don't you go ahead and break it down for us?
I don't know if it's a full theory, and sorry, I'm a little rattled at Brett's spending habits. So
You're not a fan of my land purchase?
I am not.
They're not making any more of it, right?
He's a real estate professional, all lowercase.
Diversifying.
Check him out on LinkedIn.
So Dave and I were discussing that maybe this isn't aliens, and it's just future humans that have come back from the past, from the future.
Future humans coming.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and their whole reason is this is based off the Star Trek Prime directive. Get a little nerdy here. Is pretty much that we're not supposed to interfere with natural advancements, and they're just here to make sure we don't kill ourselves and blow up the planet so that they can live.
Dylan, you look properly disgusted. What do you think about that?
It's a fun theory. I don't necessarily hate it. Do I think that's the case? No, I don't think time travel is ever going to be possible.
Okay, you've effectively shit on Randy. So what's your
but-
theory?
no, it's a fun theory.
If time travel is possible, it's always been possible.
Yeah, it's something you need to think about.
I don't think it's. I
don't
don't
think
think
it's
it's possible.
possible,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I don't think it's possible.
At least
in other
like
words,
interactive.
in other
time
words, I think it's
travel.
impossible.
Right.
Yeah. I would love for it to be. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Be so sick.
You go back to junior year, bases loaded, bases juiced, 2 outs, 2 strikes, and you didn't swing. You took it right down the pipe.
That's probably not where I would go first, but
Okay.
like that's like the 10th stop I would make.
You would
probably.
stop
At
some
least
disasters.
Swing defensively to foul it off if you don't like the pitch.
If I knew what pitch was coming, I'd absolutely just whiz on it.
Oh, so you would go back knowing what the pitch was,
Yeah.
what you struck out on, and you're like, I know it's gonna be cheese down the pipe.
I'm gonna whiz on it.
So now I'm gonna blast. it.
I'm a hero.
I'm just going to piss on
Completely
one.
change the direction of my life.
Want to
Yeah.
lose that ball in the lights?
I lost that ball on the lights. That's right. Thank you, Randy, for bringing that up.
There's
Man, I
not
would
really
kill
a,
for like a one hop, like playing third base. You get a one hopper your way, just a nice, easy, just can of corn
Just
hop,
fired across.
and throw a piss missile across.
be fun.
Yeah,
They didn't know that.
what would you do? No, I don't. They moved me from third to short
He had a second base arm.
and a second. I did. That's true.
that's okay.
I was-
Everybody-
I was
you need
one
a
of
good
the-
second baseman.
I was the youngest person on my team. I was young for my grade. That's my excuse.
You ever twist it up with the ball in the back of your glove? You catch it instead of in the glove.
No.
No.
I played it by the book. What were you changing? You going back in time?
I'm good.
You're
I like-
comfortable with
I
all the purchases you've made, all the acquisitions? There's not like
Dude,
maybe a non-fungible token that you'd like to have back?
No, the NFT stuff. I could take a.
That's
I
where
could
we're
take
going with
yeah.
this.
I know. I could definitely stand to dump those
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
I don't know, man. They might go up at some point.
I don't think
do you
they're
think,
going
Dave?
anywhere.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how much. I mean, he does have a Devin Booker pass. Devin Booker, arguably a top 10 player in the NBA.
It's definitely not Devin Booker. I just couldn't. I can't. I have no idea who it is.
I'll buy that surge from you.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
I don't even want to sell it.
I'll give you $1.50.
Like $1.50.
Yeah.
I would rather risk shrinking my testicles by drinking a Surge Cola than own a Surge.
Well, good news. If
Yellow
you drink
5?
Pepsi
Yellow
or Coke,
5.
Dave,
Yeah.
it grows your testicles.
What?
There you go.
Yeah. Seriously. No, there's an article that I almost mentioned.
I must have missed that on the rundown. Why didn't you put that? You should have put that
Well,
in here.
I don't think people want testicle talk on the podcast all that
Do you
much.
know what we do?
Yeah. We're children.
Yeah. I'm fucking hosting.
Drinking
You know
Coke-
it's going to be juvenile.
This is the New York Post. So,
What's the
drinking
heady say?
Coke and Pepsi leads to larger testicles,
Like suicide?
and more testosterone.
More
Dave,
testosterone.
Study says.
What about Diet Coke?
There's no way.
I don't need all that sugar, man.
Let's see. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, unclear if they've done Diet Coke. The study was done with rodents, and their testicles were tested on day 1 as well as day 5, 7, 10, and 15. The control group that drank Pepsi and Coke experienced higher levels of the male hormone and larger testicles.
I'm gonna start pounding Pepsi, man. See what happens.
So wait, it's Coke and Pepsi.
Coke and Pepsi, yes.
What's
but
the
you
ingredient?
got to be careful.
Why can't we just silo that ingredient off and just pass it around to the boys? Like, what's going on?
A
Yeah, boys are
survey-
looking to get bigger balls.
You may have bigger balls, but Dave, you may have 30% fewer sperm
Ah, dang it.
in those balls.
I think my baby making days are over anyway. I just want the
Oh,
tea.
You got an announcement?
I've not gotten a vasectomy, if that's what you're asking about. No.
Explain to the folks at home what that is exactly.
Yes. Thank you. Vasectomy is where they do like a little surgical procedure on your testicles, like inside your ball sack, and it makes you unable to produce living sperm or something. I don't know. You can't make babies anymore.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
My
You shoot blanks.
Ooh.
I've found my thing. It is a Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
Yeah,
LU?
yeah.
Is it sick though?
It was
Can I
kinda
see it?
sick. Yeah, dude. Check this.
How do you
NFT
go
out.
from Bam Adebayo alley
Let's see.
to Devin Booker pass?
Get some. Ah.
He didn't really yam it though. He just kind of put it home.
Well, it's a.
I wanted him to hang on the rim.
Well,
Yeah,
You got to yam that, Bam.
you got to put your forearm in the rim. That's what people are doing now.
That's
Put
okay.
both of them in.
I'm not buying that one on it. Like, no offense.
You don't have to.
I don't want to buy that.
You want the surge?
I want the surge. Yeah.
Go check this.
We're
Okay, this is
looking
bad.
at
This is bad
NFTs.
content. We can't just look at your NFTs.
That's a better donk.
You got to paint a picture for the people who are not looking
you
at your
just-
monitor, which is no one.
He yams over somebody,
I'm
Dave,
just-
playing for
all
the
right.
Toronto Raptors.
Can you just right click save and then email it to me?
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna screenshot your shit when you go to lunch today.
Should I put out a screenshot of my NFT? Be
You
like,
should. You should
for
just.
sale.
You should just completely. Yeah, you've given up.
Yeah.
You're an NFT nihilist.
At what point did you buy the BAM?
Same. It's like same hour as the
Okay.
Surge.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I
man.
will say,
If you
like,
bought it later on as you were
No,
like hemorrhaging money.
a better get. I would
diamond
say.
hands, dog.
Yeah,
Dude, never let those go. Those are yours.
I
no
know.
one can take them
I
from
know.
you.
much like the 4 acres in
Pecos.
Pecos.
That's right.
Which
Nobody
is
can
still,
take that either.
I still think you should visit.
I don't know. That's a lot of.
Get a picture of you going like this with your hands on your hips, like looking over your land, being like, "Yep, this is it."
Just take the PTO day. Like, hey, I'm gonna go just check out my property, guys.
Go water. Go water your property.
It's just tough to get sod to grow out there.
Something to get literally anything to grow.
Yeah,
That's why it's a perfect place for.
Is that snake
Solar
country? What's out there?
there's probably snakes.
Hogs.
Where's the rattlesnake fest at Big Spring?
I don't know.
You never driven out West
Rattlesnake
Texas
Fest?
way? There's a rattlesnake thing out west, and all my tech fans are like hooting and
I
hollering.
do not
'cause
like
they know.
rattlesnakes, man. You should know that about me.
Rattlesnake Roundup. It's in Big Spring. Yeah.
Where's Big Spring?
It's off of 20, I think. Further, like when you hit 84 to go north to Lubbock, I think you stay on it, then you hit Big
I
Spring.
don't go up that way too much.
Yeah, I used to. Famously, was in a long distance engagement.
I went to
When I
Lubbock.
took a job at Grand
I went
X.
to Lubbock one time.
You did?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Ooh.
There's so many snakes in the snake pit.
Did they kill them all?
I don't know. I think they just round them up and hang out with them. Do like photo shoots, like dress them up, put little
Just
like
drink beers with them and shit.
yeah, cartoon glasses on them and
Just
stuff.
everyone's passing Pepsi around.
Is that where
Boys are just getting their testicles swollen.
does Gardner State Dave make an appearance there?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't get along with
He wouldn't
rattlesnakes.
last. He wouldn't last 1 minute.
No, he
there.
wouldn't, as he's not a venomous snake.
doesn't like
and
their little
those
rattles?
famously
Yeah,
are.
he'd get torn apart by the.
Yeah, I don't know how long he lasts in that situation. That's one he can't talk his way out of. He stumbled into the wrong roundup. He's like, whoa, whoa. I thought I was just going to see the solar panels. Didn't realize you were rounding up rattlesnakes.
I was looking for Schmerman's property. And here we are.
I don't even know if you could find it.
Dylan, didn't you grind in a foam party at Roundup in high school?
I didn't grind in the foam party, but I went to a foam party.
What were you doing?
It
Were you
was-
just the guy standing in the corner watching the grinding?
Dude,
in the
I was
foam?
16. It was a KA foam party. This is 1999. I've told y'all about this. It was
Why?
the
Why would
90s.
they? Why were they just allowed to have high school kids go to their? I mean, I understand.
Roundup
like,
is for high school.
I know, but
kids.
it just seems like there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Those things are disgusting.
No one has ever enjoyed a foam party.
It would cost a lot of money to get me to commit to going to a foam party.
I tried
They're
for
disgusting.
Parks' birthday a couple years ago. I wanted you to do the foam party, but you refused.
Hmm.
Probably the right call.
They're
looking
so
back,
gross.
looking back on it, yeah, right call.
People are like hooking up in there and shit. And there's weird bodily fluids.
Like, is that foam?
You just don't know. It's gross, man.
Your wheels are turning. What do you got?
I'm just thinking. We did one the Barstool Blackout Tour event we went to. It did not have foam in it. I'm wondering why.
Hey, I know we're cooking and having a lot of fun, but we should probably knock out one or two of our ad reads at some point.
I would love to talk about. I would love to talk about our good friends at Shopify.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching! Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. And guess what? That includes our own. Brett, did you know that? Did you know we're a Shopify
I actually did.
shop?
As an administrator of that website. I
What-
do.
Whether you're
know that.
selling, I don't know, candles or solar panels, whatever it is you do, Brett.
I can't produce them, so
Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business. What do you like best as an admin of our Shopify site? What's your favorite thing?
Dave, everybody knows this about me. My favorite part is when you release a product, there's a live map view where in real time you can
Very
see
addicting.
the little hits where the people are opening the website.
You want to know my favorite part?
Please.
That I'm able to use it. That it's user friendly for someone like me who's maybe not super technologically adept
Not at all.
in today's world. I
No.
can do it. I can do it.
Borderline embarrassing.
Well,
But you can navigate Shopify because it's that easy. Shopify covers every sales channel, From an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform, it even lets you sell across social media marketplaces like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You guys heard of those?
Sure.
Packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills in design or code. That's where I can't design. I see y'all doing design stuff, and I'm like jealous that you guys are doing that.
Hey,
that's not for me. That's
I'll
why I
show
love
you how
Shopify.
to, I'll show you how to code. Man.
Hypothetically,
do.
would you allow a friend of mine to maybe list a non-fungible token on our washmedia.shop? Potentially like
You want one of our listeners to buy your NFT as a bid?
no, it doesn't have to be our listener. I'm
Oh.
just saying, can we list
somebody?
Can we just list it? by
I think the
chance
tech
on
is there.
on
Let's
the
do it.
waterfront. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Because you know what, Brett? Here's the deal. What's incredible to me about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify is there to empower you with the confidence and control to revolutionize your business, take your business to the next level. Whether your business is getting rid of whatever Brett's got going on these days. You can do that with Shopify. It's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify today. This is Possibility powered by Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/circling, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/circling to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/circling. Where do we want to go from here?
We could go any number of directions, but let's go to Vice. with
Dave went
Davey.
on Vice. Randy, can you hit us with the story? Headline from Vice. This is a real headline. This one caught my eye. Yes, this is
So, sorry to interject. To be clear, these are actual headlines and not fake ones
You're
that,
looking at
that
it.
you've written.
you're looking at it. What does
Okay.
that look like to you in the image?
It looks like an old. It looks like Bam Bam of the Flintstones, the thing that he used to walk, the club he used to walk around with and just beat things with.
Well, according to scientists, this is a not that. In fact, this headline here says, yes, this is a dick. Archaeologists may have found the first Roman dildo.
Oh, did you say archaeologists?
Archaeologists. Did I say arche?
You did. That caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I said it
regional
like that.
regional pronunciation, like lawyer.
No,
and
no
lawyer.
one says arche. I don't know why.
I think I'm the only one that says lawyer. I think that's not even regional.
no, it's a
that's
Texas thing.
just a Dylan thing.
No,
This guy who famously is a lawyer says lawyer. I say lawyer because it's LAW.
I prefer if you're addressing me Esquire. Thank you.
Okay. I like the word attorney better than lawyer.
What about barrister?
No, I don't like that.
Are all attorneys, Dave? Can you
Jerks.
as an ignorant?
Just
Are all attorneys prosecutors or
No.
There's different obviously levels to this.
Prosecutors do criminal cases. They want to lock you up.
Yeah. What about civil
Throw
cases?
away the key. There's nothing civil about it. Let me tell you that right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
A lot of times just a pissing contest.
Uh-huh. Don't we know that?
Did you
Anyway,
see,
how about this
during-
Roman dildo? Look at that fucking thing.
Look at that. That does okay.
How do they know it's a dildo?
Look at the head, dude.
I mean, yeah. Well,
at the head.
now that you look, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
an interesting question, Brett. The Ashwood object originally recovered in 1992 and cataloged as a darning tool. You got a lot of darning tools?
I know what darning is, Dylan, but could you explain it for the folks?
I clearly do, obviously, but again, I don't like just mansplaining to folks at home. So, Dave, just tell everyone what a darning is.
Well,
what
let me tell you
darning
this
is.
first. It was originally cataloged as a darning tool. It was revisited and reclassified recently after being examined by archaeologists who, again, thought it resembled the male organ.
So, obviously, since Dave didn't want to explain, I think it's something like darning is like the skill or activity of mending a hole in knitted material.
So they thought this was used for knitting.
I really just have to say, are they looking for clout? Are they looking for headline? Are they chasing the thumbnail? Because like
Headlines.
looking at this, I think what you said is probably the best. Like this looks like a club, possibly a weapon.
I need something for scale here. How big is this thing? Is this 5 feet? Is this? I'm looking
6.5
at 3
inches long.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes it. That's an argument for dildo for sure.
That's like a good sized human penis.
Give me your best 3 arguments for dildo, Brett. Go ahead.
The head seems to be creatively crafted.
Made out of wood, though. That's what I'm caught up on.
I don't really
That's a
know what
splinter.
else.
That's a splinter waiting to happen.
Well, they
Yeah.
hadn't leveraged fossil fuels at that time. So
I
they
would
weren't-
think.
they didn't have a lot of plastics.
Wouldn't you think
or
a
any
dildo would be
plastics,
made
really.
out of stone back in the day?
Maybe.
Everything about that, David?
I agree with you. Wood seems
Problematic.
right.
We're
right,
talking
right.
splinters here.
At worst.
Right. Chafing at best.
Right.
Chafing.
You ever been
This-
chafed?
Look, we did this story for one reason, and it's just this quote. It says he came across this object and said, "Ah, yes, this is a dick." Co-researcher Rob Collins, senior lecturer of archaeology at Newcastle University, told Vice World News over a video call. I just am thinking of like a guy with like a monocle and like a Indiana Jones hat, being like, "Ah, yes, this is a dick."
He researches the notions of sexuality in the Roman frontier, which
Oh.
seems oddly specific.
Interesting. I wonder if there's good money in that.
Hard to say.
All right, do your carnival thing.
A woman, Dave, in New Jersey, Wildwood, New Jersey. She's a crook. Here's what she was doing. She was overinflating basketballs at the basketball shooter station 3 times more than the ideal limit.
Okay, I
How
was
many
going to say,
PSI?
isn't this just common practice at carnivals? Like they have like the rims are oval and the ball's overinflated. You have to have a perfect swish, the whole situation.
Absolutely.
See, I always thought it was a combination of that and then the rim being like double, maybe even triple rimmed, like absurd bounce,
Just mad stiffy.
mad stiffy rims.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was overinflating the balls 3 times. She's been fined $15,500 and banned from the boardwalk for 10 years.
She's the bad girl at the boardwalk.
That is a stiff punishment. 10 years off the boardwalk?
How's she supposed to make a living?
Well, she's gonna have to go swindle somebody else, Dave, with their overinflated balls.
This just feels like, yeah, like I said, common practice, man. These things are rigged
Hypothetically.
against you.
I want to paint a picture for you guys.
Mhm.
You guys are in this picture. You're walking down the Midway. You're at the fair, and you're walking down. You got your gal on your arm,
ring toss,
maybe your kid.
trying to win like a big, penguin for Bay.
You have to win one. Let's say you have you got to get Parks a giant stuffed panda or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you choosing?
Ooh.
What are you most confident in?
I might shoot the water in the clown's mouth.
Dude, I shoot the water and the horses go across.
You just took my thing.
You said clown's mouth. though.
That's
I've
what
never
you
seen
shoot it.
that
That's
one.
what you shoot. Usually, typically, of course, there are different variations of this one.
Sure.
I got a steady hand, dog. Look at that.
It's pretty
See?
steady.
I think I'm a ring toss guy.
That's the hardest
Dude,
game.
you're
in the book.
not
Everybody
you're not
knows
ring
that.
tossing.
I think
Nah,
I'm ring
that ain't
tossing,
it. That's
dude.
That's bad.
You got all the bottles out there, and all you gotta do is toss it on.
No.
Are you surprised Dylan's answer wasn't the sledgehammer?
Oh,
That's a great point.
catch me sledging. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's a good one.
The guess your weight has always baffled me.
You
They
ever been in a house of mirrors, Dave?
Yeah, I have.
You're not winning a stuffed animal doing that though.
A
It's just
House
for
of
fun-
Mirrors?
That's
No,
just for funsies.
no, you're just testing your mind.
The
your mental
basketball
fortitude.
one is tough.
It's
'cause
tough,
They
man.
overinflate the ball.
Honestly, it's probably the last one I'm doing.
Ooh, what about throwing the softball at the plates? How about that one?
That one always seems like it should be very easy, but it never is.
Yeah. Feel me on that?
Yeah, I went to the Texas State Fair last year. I was kind of looking in for carnival games. Like, what are we missing out on?
Have you been? You've never been to the State Fair of Texas?
I went
have you?
last year. Yeah,
Oh, you did.
I did. Quite the scene.
Did you get a fried Oreo or something?
I did do a fried Oreo. I thought fried Oreo was very, very good. I
Did you
didn't
do the fried butter?
No, I didn't. I think that's too much. That's too much.
Last time I went to the fair, it was Alyssa and I think we were still dating, and I did they had the radar gun, they had the fast pitch thing. I don't think he won anything, but I did that, and for about probably the next 2 months, had a lot of rotator cuff discomfort.
Some pain there.
How
Turn-
how high are you pumping it?
I mean, I'm flirting with 50, 55.
That's
Like,
pretty good.
Really getting into one.
That's
Yeah.
good, man.
You don't see that very often.
No.
No, that's what they call second base arm strength,
Yeah.
and
I
that's
wonder
why
what,
they famously.
what could
moved
you
me.
pump right now?
Oh God. I mean, I would absolutely, like Dave said, I would absolutely hurt myself.
No warm up.
100%.
There's just
No
moron
warm-up is-
dads
oh.
and people like me who just going up there like, watch this, babe.
Give me a few months to get my arm back in throwing shape
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that exactly?
by stretching and
Long
throwing.
toss?
Stretching
Yeah.
and throwing. Long toss is great for the arm. Yeah.
When did the football for pitchers warm up become a thing?
We did that a little bit in high school.
Did
A
you?
little bit.
I never liked it because it involves pronating your wrist like that, and when I would throw a baseball like that, it would hurt my elbow more.
Wait, what does it involve?
Pronating your wrist,
Okay.
throwing it like that versus like that,
Yeah.
like curveball motion or slider motion versus football
You
motion.
don't do it like that.
Well,
What are
you-
you talking about?
You the last finger on a football when you throw it once is
It
gonna
goes
be-
forward.
Well, it's going to be your
I thought the thumb kind of that's
index
kind of your
finger.
follow through.
yeah, you go like that.
I don't think so.
You know my story. I've told it once or twice. Might have blogged it. I somehow got chose to pitch, and like this is like year 1 of kid pitch.
It's my favorite article I've ever read on PGP.
Is that true?
Mhm.
You're probably one of 400 people who read it.
I
so
think
I
I
thank
think it's
you.
what got me into PGP. honestly.
That means a lot. It was all true. I didn't embellish any of it. And I'm like, they're like, hey, Ruff, you're gonna pitch today. I'm like, am I? All right. Normally I'm playing. I
Dude,
was
he was
playing
throwing-
shortstop at the time.
He was throwing cheddar.
Well, and so like we're there warming up, and I've had no formal pitching training. My dad and I maybe in the backyard, like definitely, but didn't know pitches. And one of the assistant coaches comes up. He's like, "All right." He brings the catcher over. He's like, "All right, this is curve, this is fastball, this is splitter." And I'm just
Splitter.
like,
Dude, you were
I was
throwing
like,
splitters?
I was like, "My man, I'm 8. I'm not. You're probably not gonna. I'm not throwing a 12-6. I'm not about to like." I was like, we're just trying to get it over the plate. And get it over the plate I did. And then shout out OCBF for just absolutely shelling me into submission.
Yeah.
They teed off on
They
his
kept me,
ass.
they left me out there.
It's
They didn't have anybody else. They just let me go out there. I think I gave up like 17 unearned.
There
Oh
are
my
fewer
God.
worse
They were
feelings.
earned.
Worse feelings in sports, certainly in baseball, when you're just getting absolutely shelled and you know you have nothing. You know you have like you're up there just throwing just meat,
soft serve.
and they're teeing off on you. Like, Coach, please just end this for me. They like you're the last pitcher though. Like you're just like we're down 12. Just finish the game, Dylan.
I'm looking over and I'm like,
You want to come get me or not?
all right.
There's parents in the stands that are just like, hey, okay.
I wish I had the intelligence to have like faked an injury. Like I
Ooh,
should have.
yeah.
I should have been like just hobbled and like bring them out and like everybody comes out and they're standing around me in a circle and I'm talking into my gloves so the cameras
Yeah.
don't pick up what I'm saying.
Did you have a wind up back then?
Yeah, I think I was like mimicking Smee from Hook when he was pitching to Jack. Like I think I was doing some bullshit like over the head. No, my this is like the early '90s, so I'm like I'm trying to mimic Nolan Ryan and like Bobby Witt.
Over the head. Over the. You don't see that much anymore, Dave.
No, probably a big part of my problem. Trying to emulate the biggest freak in history of pitching, a guy who was throwing gas at like 48 years old.
The El Duque or Dontrell Willis leg kick.
That was a little bit after my time, but there's no doubt I would have tried that.
Yeah. It might have. Hey, it might have helped you. Well, you were throwing strikes, which is what matters.
It does. I mean, they were hittable strikes. That's the important thing.
You weren't walking the world. Nothing worse than when a guy gets up there and he's just walking everybody. And you're like, come on, man. Give us a chance to make a play.
You know what that means. It's time for This Weekend in Fun, presented by.
Early Bird, CBD.
Got a little package in today. Care to share what that was, Dylan?
It was Early Bird CBD. We love Early Bird.
Their gummies are a recreational hemp product, and they contain 2.5 milligrams of natural THC and 12.5 milligrams of CBD in each gummy. I'm not exaggerating when I say I take one almost every night. It helps me sleep. It helps me relax. They're formulated for fun, and they make you feel good. Sometimes I'll take them before I go out. I know we might have a podcast video producer guy that might take them just at like 8 in the morning for some reason because he just likes to fucking get lit.
I'm borderline obsessed with. You know what? Like, it's not borderline. I'm full on obsessed with this stuff. Like you, I take it pretty much every night. It calms me down. It gives me a little high, little bit, just a tinge of highness. I don't know the right word there.
Scratches the surface.
And I have the best nights of sleep of my life.
They're Austin based, which is cool too. We know these guys.
Yeah. Also, they're
friends.
Hell of a nice guys.
Our first sponsor when we started this new washed media venture. That's true. So support them. Early Bird. So one of the original advertisers. Shout out to our friends there. Also, Brett, when you started here, we were still recording in their studio,
In their attic.
In their-
I guess they're off.
their guest house,
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
that was.
Can I tell a tale out of school, Dave, real quick?
Go ahead.
Last night I'm at a restaurant, Mayday, South Congress. There's a cocktail menu that has a early bird CBD cocktail on it called the Tranquilizer. It's a non-alcohol cocktail that gives you an early bird CBD substitute.
Are you shitting me?
Swear to God,
Did you have one?
I did. Blood orange, lime, tamarind, tahini, and early bird CBD called the Tranquilizer.
Check this out. I got to try that. I've never tried that.
Pretty good.
Use code BACKER for 20% off everything at earlybirdcbd.com. They're single-use codes, so load up. I'm telling you, when I introduce this to when I go on golf trips with buddies who, don't live around here, and I'm like, hey, try an early bird. They all love it. They all hit me up every other week for promo codes. So use code BACKER for 20% off everything on earlybirdcbd.com. Check them out. Brett, I'm going to start with you. Give me some fun.
Man alive. I'll tell you what, I'm excited. This weekend, a buddy of ours, all of us, actually, intern Klein is having his bachelor party in Las Vegas. And Dave and I will be there. We will be there. So,
Vegas, baby.
starting tonight,
That's a good bit. I'm going to do that.
I'm finally going to try that new Ling Wu Asian fusion restaurant by my crib. Very
It's open?
excited. It's open. It is open.
I want to try that shit too.
It is open. I don't know if I'm going to do a full dinner or just grab a
Get some dumplings.
It's a soft
exactly.
opening, Dave.
Right.
That was my favorite.
I went last week and was kicked out because it was a soft opening that I was not invited to.
You were too hard.
He thought it was hard, but it
I
wasn't.
thought the hard opening had happened. It was a soft one, so they said, "Oh, do you have an invite?" And I said, "Ooh, no." I said, "Come back tomorrow."
That's got to hurt, man.
You
That-
should have
that-
shown them.
That's
was
your
tough.
turf.
That's
It was
where
tough.
that's where you barter and you give them Devin Booker NFT or something. But
Well, I don't have one, so
okay,
you want the BAM though?
I want the BAM.
So Thursday, Dave and I are flying to Vegas. Thursday night, we'll take it easy. Probably take it easy.
There is a dinner on the schedule.
Right. There's a dinner. I believe it's just at the hotel we're staying at, the Aria. Dave and I, a turn of events that happened during this podcast, are now rooming together, Dylan. Again.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody. I thought.
Klein texted myself and you and said, Audible, you two room together. I guess blank booked his own room.
Who? Wait, who is? Okay, I guess you're not going to.
It was going to be me and Ross, not
Yeah.
Ross Ball.
It was going to be Dave and Ross after, because I know the guy, Anthony is his name. I know him from a previous job, I guess. And we were in a room together because he didn't know anybody else there. Now he booked his own room. So now Dave and I are back.
Oh, Dylan, you see, he booked his own room. I don't know much. I don't know this fellow, but
That's big baller shit.
yeah,
You guys are small ballers.
he's got a plan.
small ballers. Other guy, big baller.
It's fair.
That's how that works.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to split with Davey. We do have our own beds, which is nice.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Are you going to push them together?
That's good. I'm 38. I don't think I need to be sharing a bed on
I
a trip.
don't really have plans to. Can you even push hotel beds together anymore?
No, I don't think
They're
so.
like
I think
kind
they're
of
fastened to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that Thursday. Got some no golf.
Weather looks like shit.
Weather looks like shit, unfortunately, in Las Vegas. So there will be no golf. We will be no pool parties, as the weather does look like shit. And I don't know if this is a pool party crew anyway. So we'll be doing a lot of indoor activities, Dave.
Fuck, I've been eating good. I've been doing keto and I've been working out. Think we were gonna do a pool party, but now we're not.
So no
All for
encore,
nothing.
no Encore Beach Club.
I've been drinking Pepsi and Coke, just swelling them up, just
Trying to get some
bussing tea,
big old.
just big old balls,
some tea.
Mhm.
just some swollen testes.
A couple dinners lined up, some casino time. I'm sure we'll be involved. Get back on the blackjack table. Looking forward to it.
Hey, good fortune to you guys.
Thank you. I will put Dylan $20 on a roulette color of your choice,
Mm.
all in your name. The first time we walked into a casino.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not going to pass that up, Davey.
You know, Brett's the kind of guy who hits on like 18.
Yeah, I heard that about you.
You're kind of a wild
Come
card.
on, come
You're not
on,
by
come
the book
on,
at all.
Come on, come on.
You've got your own proprietary method of blackjack.
I kind of do. I didn't split. I hit on like a like 13, or excuse me, I passed on a 13, and I won. And everybody's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, just play the game a little bit differently.
You
Dude.
just have, you play. You go by instinct. You're a gut guy.
I am a
Well,
gut
what
guy.
was
I
what was
swear
the
to
dealer
God.
showing?
I couldn't tell you.
That's what it's all about.
It was not. It was not like a.
It's not about what you're showing. It's about what the dealer's showing.
The dealer
real-
was showing. I think it
Real
was
blackjack heads
Man,
know that.
It
Dylan,
was
I can
something
see
ridiculous.
Dylan.
It was like 13, and he had a 10, and I was like,
Yeah,
nah,
that's
I'm gut feel. Gut
Dylan,
feeling has
that's
me
a hit.
busted.
Dylan would be hilarious to prank by like just like hitting when you're not supposed to, and he's sitting next to you at a table.
Well, I think Klein gets mad. At
I've
that.
gotten
Klein
up from
definitely
a table if people are not playing the right way.
I've been as a kid when the first time I went to casino, I was definitely chastised by an old I don't know.
Old feller.
Yeah, he looked like he spent a lot of time in the casino. I was
You
like, look,
probably
dude, I'm 23. I'm very stupid. Well, good. My weekend pretty much tracks yours.
Yeah.
So I'll let you speak for both of
a
us.
solid early but not too early Sunday flight. I believe it's 8:30 something.
It's a great time.
8:45 something. And yeah, we'll be in Vegas.
Dylan, can you top that?
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to Vegas with you guys. I'm very sad about it. I'm going to have extreme FOMO all weekend. Hope you guys have fun. Hope Klein has a great bachelor party with the boys. I'll be here looking after the little guy. Got the little guy all weekend long. So we'll be mobbing, holding it down here. The whole squad's out of town, man. Will's gone too, and yeah, I'm gonna be probably pretty bored. Hang out with Parks.
Why don't you and Randy go get a beer?
I don't know if Randy wants
Oh,
to
let's
do
put it
that.
up, turn it up. Go ahead, Randy. Randy,
You'll get some sugary drinks together.
Oh, now that's beer. No
Mhm.
way. Sugary
Mhm.
drinks. Maybe.
Okay.
y'all should go to Doc's backyard.
$2.22. National Margarita Day.
Yeah. That's I don't have anything really, man.
I had 2 margs last night at Matt's, and let me tell you, they weren't the skinnies. I had a headache when I got home.
You
That's
gotta,
okay.
you gotta go
The
skinny
fatties?
specific.
Yeah, well, they had a tray, and the guy walked up, and he's like, "Margarita," and I wasn't gonna be the guy like, "Do you have anything with less sugar?" I'm not gonna do that.
What are you gonna drink in Vegas? Or what's
Ooh.
your table drink of choice?
Probably a mix of Coke and Pepsi, maybe the splash of rum.
Dude, that's that big ball. It's called big balls.
Big.
Big. It's called the big. Yeah, the big baller. Or so here's my thing, Dave. With you and table games, you don't really want to be drinking beer a bunch because then you have to pee a bunch, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment of what's gonna happen. Yeah.
So Dave's going cocktail. I'll go with you.
No, I'm a cocktail guy. I'll probably stick to either vodka soda or tequila soda.
The guy
And
who's been there,
yes.
but that's a guy who's been there before.
I am gonna take a dip through the Cosmo. I am going. No, I'm not drinking Cosmopolitans. I'm
Oh.
saying I'm gonna go through the Cosmo, and I'm gonna see if an old friend might be there.
I didn't even think about
You
that.
see where I'm going with this?
That'll be my most liked Instagram ever. If
You
I
follow
post a
me?
photo
I
with him.
did
Do
not think about that.
At
Yeah, do
DC
it.
Rough on the gram.
Make it happen, please.
Can we? Hey, Dave. This is my one ask.
I hit
Can we
the
get
wrong
a
button.
gram off this weekend?
Yeah.
That is not just 12 guys in a line, arm to arm.
Yeah, I don't want to take that photo, and honestly, I've thought about it. I'm dreading it because I know most of the guys going on this trip. I've
Mhm.
never met Klein's brothers, but I assume that they are as large as Klein. And I am easily going to be the tiniest guy, and I'm going to look like a total idiot in that photo that you're talking about.
The 12 guys in a line.
I'm going to be the guy who's like, I'm like hanging off like these other 2 giants. Yeah, because every guy on there is like either played football at Rice or works in football.
Assuming Trevor's going, don't stand next to Trevor.
Trevor's a big
I
dude.
refuse.
Oh,
He is going, but
I still owe him a sack tap, by the way. Will you get him for me?
You want me to tap him in his nutsack?
Please. He
On
knows
behalf of
he knows that I owe him one
Okay.
from many years ago.
Well, that was a fun show.
Yeah. It
I think we really hit our stride talking Carny games.
was fun shit, man. Did you have fun?
Yeah. Did
Did you have fun?
I had a good time. Yeah, somebody's going to be like DMing or like tagging the show and be like, man, that Brett fucking financial investments. What an idiot.
I don't think any. Well,
I think
Randy,
this
okay.
West Texas piece might pay off.
That is something I will.
The
very
sun
mu-
hits
I-
it. That's
yeah,
all you need.
Very much holding on to.
What was the damage?
The NFT, not bad actually on the acreage, but the NFTs. That's, you know what, You guys can have that one.
He's taking a bath
I'm
on
taking
that.
a bath on that.
You getting smoked?
Diamond hands.
We're gonna
though.
come in here one day and Brad's gonna be like, "Yeah, I bought a boat."
Yeah.
I did. I did check out how bad a jet ski would be if you have a slip already like kind of given
Brett,
to you.
You don't need that.
I'm not.
Who's
going
going to give you a slip? Slips in this town are actually very expensive.
They're very expensive.
All right, fun show. Rest of the week, we got listener voicemails dropping only on Patreon
Then-
tomorrow.
well, we have 2 Patreon joints. John's dropping
We
tomorrow.
got 2 Johns dropping tomorrow.
Love Island Boys.
And then the Love Island Boys. Gonna be fun. Check it out. Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye.